What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? You already know what time it is. This is your boy, the historian. We got a hot one for you tonight. But tonight, we're actually going to go ahead and let you guys get in here. You know, we got 3 minute time limit tonight. But before we go ahead and put that out here for you guys to join us, talk about your cares, concerns, and what we're going to see on Sunday, let's go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button for us or whatnot. We got a hot one for you. So we definitely got you guys covered tonight. We're going to get this thing right. It's hate week, baby. It's time for us to start talking trash about them stinking ain'ts. So let's go ahead and get to it, man.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
Birdcage.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. You already know how we get down, baby. It's the Birdcage. You either get right or you get left. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing my crew in here tonight so we can get to it. We definitely appreciate you guys for joining us. Go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button for us. We definitely got something hot for you. And I just put up a new background for you guys, as you guys can see. So I'm going to go ahead and start off. We got Killer K-Dub coming into the building tonight. What's going on, K-Dub? I see you got them Hawks in the background, baby. What's up?
What's going on, Birdcage family, listeners and subscribers? Great to see you be in the building tonight, on the road for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all our listeners and subscribers out there. We're gonna get into this hate week, Aints week. We can't stand them Aints. Let's get into it. Good to be in the building. Good to be here tonight to discuss it and go through it. Let's
Well,
go.
I was gonna say I see Graybeard is actually starting to pop up in the chat. We just waiting for him to show his face or whatnot so we can bring him in for our folks or whatnot. So what we're gonna be doing tonight while we getting that, letting fans in here talk about different topics with us tonight, discuss everything that's going on with these Saints. 3 minute minimum. So if you ever check in the chats, because we've had some issues with this, go ahead and look at the if you're on Facebook, there's a permission link. It's been posted for a long time. Most people read past it. It's in the link. It's in the chat. You can actually see it. It's posted at the top of the page on Dirtybirdz Lair and Falcons Nest. Go ahead and click on that. Give StreamYard permissions so we can actually see your face on this hit. So I got to see what's happening. We got Nando in the building. We got Pam Johnson in the building. What's going on? And we got Big Ant in the building. What's happening? So, and I got Scoop. He got a madhouse right now, so that's the reason he's not on the camera. Shout out to him and that clan over there. And you know how it go, man. We got to get right or we get left. And then we got to bring in the gray one, better known as Graybeard. What's happening?
The gray one.
Man, we're going on. We're going
Hey
on.
man,
First and foremost, man, happy holidays to everybody, man.
I see you in the Christmas spirit already, early.
Hey, it pretty much next week, bro.
Birdcage original you got on, baby. I like it.
Yeah, Birdcage original.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like it.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So if you are in the chat, if you're viewing, we have that StreamYard link. So if you want to come in here and chop it up with us for these topics, we're definitely gonna do it. So we're gonna start this thing off with our guy that comes in here, Mr. William Avery. What's going on, William? William, go ahead. You're muted, bro. Still can't hear you, but it's all good. We'll bring you back, man. We'll try. Go ahead and leave the stage and come back in. We'll bring you back in. So while we're waiting on William to get his sound right, because he's gonna be one of the first ones we bring in here, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Hey, Falcons versus the Aints, baby, aka Trash Week. We call it Trash Week, man. We taking out the garbage. So it's what it is. As you can see in the background, we got the city of Atlanta. We actually have one of our own that's guarding the graveyard and that's knocking them out with that chair. So that's all I'm saying. We'll leave it like that. But let me bring William into the stage. William, go ahead and chop now. Let's see if we got you now. Sound is still messed up, bro.
Hey, hit your mic. Hit your mic, buddy.
You gotta hit your mic. Hit your mic.
Not the camera.
You gotta hit your mic button. Oh man, boy, everybody piling in for this hate week, boy. You know it's something serious. They got to get it up. William, yeah, I'm gonna pull William off the stage, man. So I come back and whatnot. But let's talk about it, man. So Falcons versus the Aints, aka the Bagheads, aka the throw up gumbo boys. You know how it go. Just the worst thing that God ever created on this earth. New Orleans Saints, and they roach like fans. Yeah, I said it. I'm talking trash today. I don't care. By any means necessary. So you see I got this X on my chest. So I'm in my Malcolm X state of mind tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get to it. We've hated the Saints since they're pretty much since they've been created. We were the two worst teams, and I'm just gonna give you a little backdrop for those who don't know. Two of the worst teams in the league at the time when we first came in. We were both struggling at the time, and it goes deeper. We were the only team in the South outside of the Redskins and the Cowboys back in the day. So you had two, and we were around before the Dolphins even came into existence. So you had two Southern region teams that were really trying to scratch and claw. And what made it bad was it was pretty much who could be the worst. But the Falcons grabbed success first with playoff runs in the 70s, early playoff runs in the 70s, with one of our guests, Mr. Haskell Stanback, who actually helped us win our first playoff game versus the Philadelphia Eagles. He even chimed in on how much of a hate and how nasty this rivalry is between teams, because he even talked about the time they traded players during the game and they swapped jerseys pretty much during the middle of the game. That doesn't happen. So, unfortunately, we're like the Hatfields and the McCoys. That's the best way to describe that rivalry. But getting to it, we're going to go ahead and talk about this right here. Now, first topic on hand. Arthur Smith believes the reset for Desmond Ridder pretty much is beneficial to him. I'm going to go ahead and let K-Dub start with this one, and then Graybeard, I'm going to bring you in, and I'm going to see if William's mic is working now. Let's see.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and let the fellas kick this off, and then we're going to bring you in. So we're bringing folks in for a topic or whatnot. So folks that's coming in, you get a topic, you talk for about 3-5 minutes, and then we're going to let you slide out because we're going to rotate folks tonight. So, William, you're first up, but K-Dub, go ahead and start us off.
Well, to be frank, I feel like it's beneficial. This is what I feel like the plan was all along, to sit them down for a minute to let them get a grasp and a feel of how the team, he wants the team to be ran. Basically, like have a step back and see it from a different perspective. So, but now bringing him back, hopefully that's a confidence booster. Like you were saying, I think maybe last week or the week before last, when you said he has a family to come home to and
Mm-hmm.
babies to feed. So I mean, so it's real. I mean, you got to go home and look your wife and your children in the face like, oh man, Daddy was benched. Daddy may not have a job. Daddy may get cut. Daddy may not be able to keep the lights on up in here. So that's a harsh reality he had to deal with and to go forward with. And I think it is eye opening for him. But we'll see what the results going to be here when we go against these Aints. I feel like he'll have a different fire in his belly and fire in his chest to go ahead and prove the city wrong, and prove the coaching staff wrong, and prove the fans wrong also. Because he has that kind of prove it to him mentality about his game. But I hope that we don't have to always get you riled up to go out and go get a win that you can just go out and win on your own. But I feel like hopefully this plan that he's put together, that Arthur Smith has put together, works. But I feel like he needed to be sat down at the time that he needed, because I mean he was like he's still, I mean he's a walking turnover until he proves me wrong. But you know the last thing I seen he did, I don't feel like he's the reason why we lost the last game. I feel like the defense didn't hold up the end of the bargain, because I feel like when he came in the game,
Mm-hmm.
he did matriculate the ball down the field. He did respond to adversity of being benched. And he didn't soak, but he did come out there and lead us on a scoring drive. And it wasn't up to him that the defense couldn't hold water to get us that win. So I have nothing but the utmost confidence in him. I'm not at the house right now to show the posters on the wall, but I still have a lot of admiration and favoring you. But I need you to show me something. I mean, you have the rest of these games to go. I think we have 7 games left. You just show the city of Atlanta, show all the doubters, show all your haters, and make them your motivators, and go ahead, man, and make it happen, man. I mean, just go ahead and get us in those playoffs, win the division, and we're crying over spoiled milk right about now. So that's just my opinion on it.
Well, you mentioned a great point when you mentioned a great point or whatnot when you talk about him matriculating the ball down the field. When you look at his legs at one point at the end of that game, pretty much put himself in the end zone, and he marched the Falcons down the field expeditiously. Let's call that for what it was. He remembered he had legs, and he pretty
Yeah,
much used their speed. So right now, the NFC South is still up for grabs. So
yeah,
we're still 2-0 in the division right now. And I think he still has a bad taste in his mouth when he lost to the Saints last year, period. His first game was on the road in New Orleans in hostile territory. And when you talk about this kid being in hostile territory, he had never been in that type of environment. He didn't even get a chance to really acclimate. It was like, all right, that was on the job training right there. OJT. Now, once he settled in, his first touchdown pass was really that game, and it was right to Cordell Patterson, but they called it back because of you guessed it, Caleb McGarry. That was who pretty much cost him after his first touchdown. So it is what it is. We have people that are going to have their opinions, and everybody has a right to have their opinion about Desmond Ridder at this point because he has been a walking turnover machine. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Out of all the quarterbacks in the league, he's turned the ball over the most this year.
mhm.
So getting to it, I'm going to slide this over to Graybeard or whatnot, and then I'm going to bring you on, William, or whatnot. So
Uh, I I think I like it, man. I just think old saying goes, man. You never know a person until he facing adversity, and thinking that adversity, getting benched with all the turnovers and whatever. Uh, he but Austin Smith must have seen something in practice that he truly seen like, okay, I think he don't finally don't got it or whatever or whatnot, or what the case may be. And when he came into the game after Heineke got injured, he looked he looked down. He didn't look too rattled, man. He just we got there just balling, just making plays or whatever. And I think that's what pretty much Austin Smith wanted him to do, just play football, man. you ain't gonna be flawless. You ain't gonna be perfect, man. Just make the good read, make the good throws that you need to do, and like K Dub said, man, don't forget you got legs. Use them. So I just think ultimately he just wanted him to settle down. I just think he was sometimes overthinking too much, holding on to the football and just trying to make that perfect throw. Nah, man, just make the good throw. So I hope he benefit from this. I hope it get him motivated and inspired. And I think, and like you said, man, this division has been wide open since week one. Nobody has kept themselves away from the division. The division is what it is, man. It's up for grabs. I mean, this right here is just prime picking for the Falcons. If we can't win the division the way it is right now, hey man, it's just gonna be another same old Falcon routine that we get every year. So I'm rooting for Desmond. I just want him to do well, man. And just hey man, just play carefree, man, and play ball, man. I think more than anything, man, he just need to get back to that aspect and just play football, man.
Yeah, it's a lot hard. It's a lot easier said than done, but we're gonna go ahead and let William jump on this one right here. So we do have this open for before we let William hit this up, just to remind you, we're letting fans come in tonight and chop with rivalry week. We don't normally do this, but it's hate week for the Saints. So guess what? We letting y'all come in here and chop it up with us on these topics. So what you got for me, William?
What's up, fellas, man? Happy early Thanksgiving, man. We off. I'm off tomorrow, so thank God we off, man. Y'all spend time with your family, enjoy it, everybody. Take care of your family, man. Y'all be safe out there. But these are my three keys to victory, man. I'm gonna keep it short, man. Simple, man. One, control the line of scrimmage, man. Have a clean ball, Ritter. Number two, our defense. Nate Lamb, I know he kind of slow, and Ellis. Well, we got to cover this game. Because you got Alvin Kamara like to run little angles routes, and we got to contain Tyson Hill with these Wildcats forms. We know for some reason when we play Tyson Hill, we always struggle. So we need all 11 to make critical tackles and get turnovers. And number three, man, for us, man, special teams, bro. Special teams got to put us in good yards situations to keep teams getting 25 yards or better. So that's all I got, man. Three keys of victory and get turnovers and offenses. We got to score, man. Score early. Score early. That's how you win this game first half. You got to put at least 14 up, be up by 14 or 20, to have the second half. So we got to play with urgency on offense, man.
Mm. Now I agree with you on that. Here's the thing I like for us to do this week, and I will, and I'm gonna let you chop on because I can't let you just slap. I can't just let you just slide like that and glide, bro. I'm gonna tell you just like this, man. When it comes to this offense, with as many weapons as we have, when we get down to the red zone, I see you guys in the backstage. I'm gonna bring you guys in, so don't go anywhere. So here's
We're
my
gonna
thing.
get you in here, baby.
When you get to the red zone, you have to put up points. You cannot put up three. I get early in the game when you first get there, yeah, get that quick three out. I get in the end zone. But when you're on the goal in situations where you have Pitts on the field, Jonnu Smith, you have these big body pass catchers. Guess what? If you're not going to feed Tyler Algier, start running these guys on crossing routes and start running them on corner routes and post routes. Let these guys use those big bodies and start deboing these small cornerbacks. Period. When you talk about that, we got to start having these guys to bogart in our passing game in the red zone because we're not going to be able to run it all the time. We're a running team, but we have to use weapons to spread folks out. For me, we got to have at least 28 points to win this game. I'm sorry.
30.
Because at the end of the
I said
day,
30 ball.
you've got to give your defense a shot to rest, period.
Yeah, we're gonna need about 30, 35 points because 28 wasn't enough last time.
Mhm.
So we got a
Uh,
newcomer in the cage. We got Auntie Pam in the building. What's going on, Auntie?
All
what's
right, fella,
up,
y'all go to John.
Auntie?
Hello. Hey, everybody.
Auntie outside tonight.
She
Let's
outside
go.
tonight. She coming out of Columbus, Georgia. She talked to us
Mhm.
last week. What's happening, Auntie?
Oh, nothing much. Just getting ready for the holiday.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Definitely. We all got food cooking around right now still, but we want to make sure we have this show. So I'm gonna let you jump on these next quick topics or whatnot. Parker Hessee, former other tight end that we had that was injured, returned from the practice squad. I'm sorry, practice injury squad or whatnot. Now he's starting to come back into the lineup. What value do you think that this young cat brings to this offense that we've been lacking when you talk about the physicality?
The run blocking on the offense line, definitely. They need to step that up big time. And I think they need to use a heavy dose of CP, Cordell Patterson, and Tyler Algier. Bijan is not their only running back. They need to run at them.
Okay.
I
And
like
then
it.
and the offense need to do the old school run block. Period. No point. I mean, no excuses.
And what makes it bad, Auntie Pam, is let's just be honest, man. This man was an offensive lineman, and this dude started off coaching offensive linemen. I don't understand why we can't pass block either.
Yep.
I don't understand why we can't pass block, why we can't run block. And it's just honest because you come in every week. We see you in the chats, and we definitely appreciate you stepping up for the first time or whatnot, man. It's always cool to meet a legendary. I don't call Falcon fans old. I call them legendary. Let's get that straight because they was around when nothing was good back in the day, except for the Coca-Cola and boiled peanuts in the stands.
Yep.
So I just know what it is, but I really believe it's the late Malcolm X said, by any means necessary for this game. You got a chance to take the division. You can't just go off of just the Parker Hessee coming in off the block. You got to use your other weapon.
Yep. And the wide receiver, they got to run the right route. Kyle Pitts can't give up on his route. He got to keep running. He got to keep fighting for them yards. And my special team, I got something to add about the special team. Pinion need to kick that ball right because they have not been getting they've been putting everybody in a bad field position, and that's not right. And I know we missed Avery Williams in the run punt. Hopefully he'll get back next year. With his heel and everything, because we desperately miss him back there catching the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
We see you in the backstage, big charisma. We got you. So, Auntie, I got another topic for you. I wanted to ask you. Now, you mentioned this right now. This is not even one of our scripted topics, but you've been around long enough to see the ups and downs and everything that's happened with this organization. Here's my question I have for you. When are the Falcons going to be trying to get guys for pennies off the dollar? Because they've been doing it forever, since even back in the day.
Yeah.
When are we going to go ahead? Now, they spent money on Jesse Bates. I thought that was awesome. But when are they really going to make another splash type of player an offer like that to come into Atlanta? What do you think needs to be done?
I think we need an edge rush. I think desperately need an edge rush. I don't think we need to go in the draft. We need to go get a veteran edge rush.
Yeah.
And not only that, we need to add. In the draft, of course, add the offensive line. Add depth to it, or try to make it make it be more competition for those current people on the line. Because I think they just think their job is secure. We need somebody to come behind them and let them know, hey, your job is on the line if you don't do what you need to do.
Yeah. Pam's in her bag tonight.
No, go ahead. No, she looked in the notes tonight, man. I got charisma I'm gonna be bringing in next. So, Auntie, let's put it this way, and then we gonna flop you up out of there. But we definitely gonna be looking for you more.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Love it.
But I think the main thing, people need to show up in their BENZ. The 12-man do matter. Because I went to the Detroit game and I saw how their fan base showed up for them. I mean, they were packed all the way to the top. It was no tickets to be sold at all. I mean, they show up and they show out. And I expect us to do this. Is our division game. It matters. They need to have their seats in the butts in the seat. And they need to support this team. Period.
Early. They need to be in their seats early.
Early. Yes, early.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. We have too much of a fan base that's worried about, if they're not putting the product on the field, they're gonna sell their tickets, and that's how all these invaders are getting in. So you
Yep.
definitely are spitting facts. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what we gonna do? I'm gonna keep Auntie for a few more minutes. I'm gonna bring in Charisma right now. See, Auntie already. Charisma, you done left the chat, man. Come on, man. We were getting ready to get in. Come
Oh,
on, man.
Reverend.
Oh.
Dang, he just up and left. We were getting ready to
We
bring you
want
in after that segment,
we want
but
all our fans to come on in
yeah,
tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Get in here.
we letting folks come in tonight, man. So we'll be bring if he comes back in here, man. We gotta let him in. I'm gonna bring him in. So it is what it is. But so the Falcons are 1 point underdogs right now with the Saints. So the question is this: with the piss poor performances that we've had, piss poor performances, because that's just what they are. When are we actually gonna have some continuity and just pretty much consistency with the offense that we've seen a few times that were literally lights out? When can we get that back? I'm gonna let Graybeard start this one, and then I gotta bring Auntie back in here. And yeah, I'm a little hurt right now because Charisma's my big cousin or whatnot. I was trying to bring him in. I'm gonna have to hear about this tomorrow if Buddy don't come back.
Uh,
All right, so let's go ahead and get this started, man. So I see
uh,
William came back in here for a second.
uh, you ready?
Yeah,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
K. I'm sorry, Graybeard.
Uh,
I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Graybeard.
yeah.
yeah, I think it first starts with the coaching staff, man. I just think the head coach and the quarterback gotta communicate, man. They gotta be on the same page. That's the only way their offense is gonna truly flourish like it did a few times in the regular season already. I mean, it's just start with Austin Smith, man. It starts at the top. So if he can get over himself, eat some of that fresh, never frozen, always served daily humble pie, we might actually get somewhere. So I just think, man, it just start with him. It start with him. I mean, with the plays that he gonna be running with Dakman, whatever the case may be, how they got the play set up and whatnot. Is he gonna go back to what we're good at, which is running the football, and don't try to put it all on freaking Dakman Renner's shoulder? I mean, it's only time will tell. But I just think if he can call a consistent game and don't deviate from that game plan and just make the little tweaks and make the little adjustment along the way, I think the offense can get back on track.
And the
Yeah.
crazy part about it is when you talk about that, it's like when you have something working. The great Vince Lombardi once quoted. He says, "Hey, you don't break what's already fixed. You don't do that. You let it go. You continue to keep it flowing. You don't take stuff away, especially if it's working." So, K Dub, what you got, man?
Well, like I said, to piggyback off of what Graybeard was reiterating, if we just get out of our own way, quit overthinking, like I said, to piggyback off what William was saying, to go ahead and score first and to play all 4 quarters. But like I said, to put your foot down, put your foot on the gas pedal and move forward. It ride the hot hand. If it's Tyler Algier that you're going with, ride that guy. Don't start getting cute, which is his favorite thing to do, and to overthink. Getting cute and overthinking is Arthur Smith's his Achilles heel. So you have to just get out of your own way. That's why I feel like he needs to give up play calling like a lot of teams have done and getting
Hmm.
new offensive coordinators. Why haven't we followed suit with the rest of the league? But that may be the detriment of him while he gets fired. But I'm praying that I'm wrong. But I pray that we see different results Sunday because this is now is serious. This is a division game. This is just as serious when we played Carolina week 1 and when we played Tampa Bay earlier in the year. So this is serious. This is a must win. You cannot come out of here talking about variables and all this BS.
Well, that's a nice way to have some diplomacy towards
Yep.
the head coach that we have. But you know what? We don't have no tactfulness for this brother. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Auntie Pam go ahead and roll. Charisma, he hurt my feelings, but it's all good. Go ahead, Auntie Pam.
They need to cut down on those doggone penalties. I don't want to see no more holding. I don't want to see any more penalty that lose our drive. They need to cut down on those penalties. They need to
Agreed.
run a penalty free game. Last year, his offense had a penalty free offense. Why can't they do it this year? Starting with the bye. And then this is an important game, though. This is a division game, so they need to all man that on that needs to go ahead and I think he pretty much I have a feeling he gonna get this whole team ready for this this game because it matters.
Here's the
I
thing.
mean,
Definitely
we're
do.
undefeated in the division, and Ritter is undefeated at home. Actually, got a good win. Well, not undefeated. He
No,
got a
no,
good
no, no.
winning record
Well, he
at
lost
home.
one.
Two.
He lost one at
Two.
home now, finally,
He lost one at
unfortunately.
home, true enough, but he's got a winning record at home.
Yeah.
True.
But
Yeah.
And
here's the
then
thing that
he's
we need
first
him to
in the
start
league
doing.
in the game winning drive. So they need to get it together. That's all I got to say. I mean, they need to what I'm expecting to see Sunday, I'm expecting to see a team that wants to take control of that first place. That's
There you
what I
go.
want to see.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
got to make sure. But here's the thing, and I'm going to say this here, and you definitely hit on some key points with that. When you talk about Ritter, here's the thing. It's easy to have that energy and that moxie at the house. It's easy to have it when you at home.
Mhm.
It's easy to have it when everybody's rooting for you. But
Mhm.
can you win on the road? That has been his Achilles heel since he's been in Atlanta. Enough of all the rah-rah speeches, because here's the thing. Go ahead and start letting your actions speak for your mouth. Don't let your mouth write checks your ass can't cash. Excuse my language, but it's just the truth.
Well,
You
he
can't
actually
keep
won in
doing it.
Tampa. He won. Did
I
he?
mean, he,
Was
I
it?
mean, he
He
did it in
won in
Tampa, but we
Tampa.
got to get it consistent. We
I understand.
he has more losses than he has wins, and some of
Mhm.
these games we should have been winning on the road. And
Yep.
he's had ample opportunities, and he's got to become more decisive.
Yep.
And as I said before, it's real different when you got a house note that you got to pay for. It's real different when you driving your car to work. You see your
Mhm.
teammates that ain't got kids and everything that's riding around with the
Mhm.
Camaros and car seat. But you look up in that window, you got a truck, you got that car seat in the back with animal crackers back in that back seat. That should be enough motivation for you to get these dubs and keep your job because you're a third round pick, bro. Third round picks don't last that long. It's only been a few that have.
I think
Joe
warming that
Montana.
bench was enough incentive for him to get out there and do it because he was waiting on his opportunity.
Well, let's see what he's
Yeah.
gonna do this week. William, what you got?
Cut your mic on, Willie.
William, your mic is off.
Mm.
He gives
I
some
think
great.
we got some new. I think we got some New Orleans Saints fans that's watching this show that's messing with folks' microphone, man.
You sure
I'm just
ain't
gonna
Dirk
keep it a
Curler
book.
messing with it?
Say again.
You sure it ain't Dirk Curler messing with it?
Maybe
Oh
he
man,
might be.
not Dirt Cutter. Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
Yes, Dirk Cutter. Yes.
Yes,
or it might be
Dirk
close to
Cutter.
Dan Reeves right now too.
Nah, I don't think it goes to Dan Reed. He loved the Falcons now.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm just messing around,
Y'all
but
can hear me now?
Yeah,
yeah, we got you.
Let's go.
All
Let's go.
right.
Let's go. Get in here.
Man, I just feel like it's fresher for this offense. They got to score points. I don't care how we get it. We run the ball or we do little short routes. I ain't expect us to do big plays, but I expect us to have a balance. We got to be balanced on offense, man. Got to be balanced on offense and play no penalties on phone. We got to stay disciplined too. And our defense, we got to contain Tyson Hill. We can't let Shaheed get open.
good, good
Richard
point.
Grant got the cover. We gotta eliminate the explosive plays on offense. Period. Against the Saints. I don't want to see no man having 1-on-1 and beating Richard Grant out there. And I need Ellis and Nate Lehman to cover this game. They gotta put these big boots. I know we want to blitz a lot, but we got so now Alvin Kamara in our backfield. and the weapons they got, because they do got Chris Olave. They still got players outside of Michael Thomas, so we can't take the Saints
Richard
season
Grant
lightly.
might
So
not be the biggest problem. I'm gonna give you one of the biggest problems that's got to be
Mm-hmm.
fixed. It's a
Mm-hmm.
guy that wears number 24 on the outside. That's
yeah,
got to
Yeah,
match up with Chris Olave.
yeah,
I know a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people gonna be mad because I'm saying it, but let's be honest.
Yep.
Richie Grant is who Richie Grant is. He's not gonna change. We already know that he's gonna give up at least 3 or 4 big ones in the game. Now AJ literally is leaving him out to dry. See, that's what nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about the fact that he's not getting hands on these receivers in these jam
Mm-hmm.
routes. He's literally using the sideline and using his fundamentals. You can see that he's gone away from a lot of the things that made him one of the top cover corners in the league. You see that. He's got to go
agreed.
back to basics. I don't know what
Oh,
Jerry Gray is going to say to him, but Jerry's got to pull him aside and pull him back into a situation. Say, hey, you're a top corner in this league. You work. He'll say, but guess what? The term is you're a top corner will turn into you were a top corner if you keep playing the way that you did.
oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. I just think
That's
on the
something you
off,
got to change.
I just think on the offensive side of the ball, I think we need to go vertical more, man. We cannot just be like vanilla and just go like we cannot repeat a performance like we did against Arizona Cardinals when we had two quarterbacks that didn't even eclipse 80 yards combined. We
Yeah,
can't win like that. We can't win
yeah,
like that. So Austin Smith got to be able to dial up some stuff to get the beat up. You Scotty Miller, you freaking up Drake London, man. Bijan Robinson could be good out as an outlet. We got to do something to
Even Van
expand this
Jefferson.
offense. Oh, I agree. I agree. We got to do something to expand this offense, man.
Mm-hmm.
We
yeah.
cannot
We gotta,
live like that. We can't live like that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we definitely got to take some shots down the field because we were not, we were just being very, very selective and very vanilla running those plays, not even going 10 yards. I'm like, come on, man, throw the ball down the field. If you're gonna take some risk and you're gonna lose, at least lose trying to win the game
Oh,
instead of trying to just. I
no
don't know what he
doubt.
was trying to do. I really don't know.
I've never seen a team have two quarterbacks play and don't even get 100 yards combined.
No.
That just threw me off, man. That killed me. So Austin Smith, hopefully this bye week, he looked at everything that transpired, dating all the way back to the freaking Minnesota game and the Tennessee Titan game. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be able to throw the football down the field in order for us to be successful making a playoff run. If we
And
can't
then
do
that
that,
running game
we ain't
got to
gonna make it a
be into
playoff.
play also.
Yes,
hey,
yes, ma'am.
and I hate to say
Got
it,
to use
fellas.
that running. That's a balanced offense. You got to have that running game going.
Yes,
Yep,
ma'am.
I
Yes,
hate to say
man.
it. We got to start using our 3-head running game. I feel like we could put Bijan Robinson last, but we got to get CP and Tyler Algier going early. Cause this year you got to at least win
This
6
is a
games.
CP game right here. He's good
Yeah,
against the Saints. They need a heavy dose of Cordell Patterson in this game, healthy or
but
not.
yeah, but I say for us, man, we got at least win 5 or 6 games, man. At least 6 games, cause you can't afford to lose this game, and close around December you got to play your best, cause that's when the teams start to clinch on the division. So we got to win all, man. We got to win out, man. There's no answer buts about it. It is what it is. The Saints and day in our way. We got to take control of our division, knock them off, and win the rest of our games out, man. Be 11-6 or 10-7 to get you in the wild card.
I say
Yeah,
if we go 6-1, we'll win the division.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Six and,
agree.
yeah,
I feel like that's what the mission is. That's what the goal is. That's what,
Mm-hmm.
win your division games.
at least be 6-1, leaving up out of here. So we got to
Yeah,
Yep.
find a way to get it done.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it starts on Sunday.
yeah,
This right here is a very very important game. I do agree with
yeah.
everybody saying we
I
gotta
agree.
Very,
this game right here will set the tone for us trying to make a push for the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah,
most definitely.
yeah, yeah. Okay, Dub. I just feel like in Great Bear. I just feel like in Pam Johnson, we just got to come with urgency, man.
Oh, we do.
Our offense
Mm-hmm.
was our downhill most of the beginning of the year, because you could tell, because the boys were tired on defense, because Austin Smith always rely on the defense, put the defense back on the field. No, you are offense and head coach. You should have want to get end zone touchdowns, not field goals, depending on Cool. I'm tired of seeing Cool out there kicking kicks and trying to lead us to victory. No, we need to score points. When we get the chance in the red zone, capitalize on that. And I feel like Marshall Latimer's gone. Get Drake London going too. Not saying early, but if we can give him a couple yards and let CP and let Tyler just get you on the first yards. We just gotta stay head of the chains, man. Got
And
to,
when
Yes,
your
man.
sir.
defense turn over the ball for you, score in the red zone.
Yeah,
I mean, score a
Yeah,
touchdown.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that could be it. I mean, I was so upset in that last home game that they were on a 1 yard line and could not score a touchdown.
A
yeah.
jet sweep. A jet sweep.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
that comes from
But that's
coaching, man.
that
Coaching
just
for
go back
maybe
to
not
the
putting the players in successful situations. You got to put CP and Tyler At least do a little run something. Have back toss, crack toss. That's simple. It ain't rocket science.
So
yeah,
here's the
man.
thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to this next topic. So we've been having some slight difficulties with the comments tonight. So if we can't, so it's not that we're not trying to not acknowledge you guys. We're not able to see them for some reason. That's why I stepped off the camera for a second. Was trying to readjust that for you guys. But we still have those links in YouTube, Facebook, and we still want you guys to try to come in. So if we can't see you in the camera, I mean, see your comments right now, having some issues with that, but we're definitely still right here, and we're actually gonna try to read them off too as well.
Will, mute your
So,
mic.
um, yeah, I got it. All right, so Williams off the stage and whatnot. I had to take him off real quick. There we go. So we actually finally were able to I was able to reset, and some of this stuff is starting to come up now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on in the building, everybody. Come on in here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that
Yes, sir.
link. Hit that link. Don't be scared today. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there.
Yes,
Also,
sir.
Hey Ryan, let
So,
me ask you a question, real quick.
what's up?
Do you think picking one would be enough to win this division for the rest of the way?
I have no idea who that would be. I'm just gonna be real with you on that.
I'm talking about just to win the division. If we win six out of the
Six
seven
games.
games, that should be enough to win this division.
I think it would be. I'll be real with you on that. I think it
It
would
will
be.
be.
I think it would be. But here's the thing: I've already had us predicted to win 10 games.
Right.
Honestly, the way it's looking right now, we might get 9. We might not even get 10 because of the way we've been playing inconsistently. So you already know, like, all you do is just sit back and just look at it like, all right, let's see how this is gonna happen. So
Mm-hmm.
my next question for you guys is this. I got my thoughts on it, and I'm definitely gonna chime in on it. If the Falcons don't get to the playoffs, is Terry as much in the hot seat, even though Arthur Smith was not his pick as a coach?
Mm-mm.
No, but I already know this how this is gonna go. Cause
So,
he's the general manager.
Mm-hmm.
So you already know he gonna catch some smoke as well. Even though Austin Smith was selected first before him.
mhm.
So yeah, that's my opinion on it. Do I think he deserves the smoke? No.
Mm-mm.
But you already know in public opinion, he's gonna catch some of the smoke regardless.
Hmm. Well, Auntie Pam, what you got?
As much a cap space hell we were in the last 2 years, and the fact that he managed to work us out on that, and we end up some more money to possibly get in the free agent and draft. We're not in the hole, so I don't think he's on the hot seat at all.
yeah. I second Miss Pam on that. I feel like he needs a pat on the back and deserves
Mm-hmm.
about at least another two years. But Arthur Smith, your days
Mm-hmm.
are numbered, sir. That's just
Yeah.
my opinion.
Now,
It
yeah,
definitely
Arthur
have to
Smith is
be.
a different story.
Well, he's got a well. Here's the thing: they already said they're gonna have him with a job next year, so he ain't
Well,
Yeah.
they
going
should have
nowhere.
Terry with the job next year also, so
Oh
he
no,
could even
I don't think he
he could
going
be on
nowhere.
the hot seat.
Nah, but here's the thing: right now, Arthur Blank ain't trying to let go of that FedEx money that he get. He ain't trying to let that go. That's a good business partnership for that man. He said, "Well, if Falcon fans are not gonna be in the stands, I'm gonna get this money another way." So we already know that was a nepotism. Because think about it. As soon as Arthur Smith was hired, how many FedEx commercials did you see with Matt Ryan, with El Patterson, and many Falcon players talking about Falcons gear and FedEx commercials. How
A
many of those
lot.
commercials you saw?
A lot.
A lot.
Exactly. So that didn't happen by accident. That's
Mm-hmm.
all business. And I'm being
Mm-hmm.
honest with you. You
Mm-hmm.
fire that man's kid, I think he might pull the plug on your business relationship. Arthur's trying to get money however the way he can because apparently Atlanta United's the only thing that's really giving him money because the Falcons aren't. Let's just be honest. Nobody is coming to those games except visitors.
Mm-hmm.
You get people buying the merchandise, but it comes to a point where Falcon fans are like, you know what? I ain't gonna waste my money right now. I got bills to pay. If you giving me something to, if you're gonna give me something to look at to say, you know what, I can be proud to cheer for, I'm gonna spend my money. But most folks now, with the way this economy is and the inflation is right now, they're looking like, man, that Falcon jersey is sitting right there on the side of the wall. Okay, we finally got these comments working in YouTube. I need
I
somebody
think
from Facebook
also
to hit me
winning
up.
will kill all. If your team is winning, you gonna get the fans will come to the stadium.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You win games, you get them in the stadium like that.
yeah. You win, they will come. But it's so many other
Great.
things to do in the city of Atlanta, so many other things that occupy the interest. You have to give them a winning product. That's just how the city of
Hmm.
Atlanta is.
That's it.
It's just like Miami. Think about it. The Miami Hurricanes were one of the most dominant college football programs from the 80s. They fell off in the mid 90s because of the violation stuff they had, and then they started to turn it around. When you look at it, that stadium, the OB used to be packed all the time, the Miami Orange Bowl. But as soon as they started losing, and they pretty much fell off. Think about it. I'm just using the college squad as an example. That represents a city. That squad alone literally generated tons of millions of dollars. But when they started losing, people just said, the heck with it. We're going to go to Miami Beach. We're going to hit Coconut Grove. We're going to hit Hialeah. We're going to hit the racetracks. We're going to do all of this stuff. So it's just one of those things where you have to look at it from a business side now because Arthur Smith is losing more money than he's making with the Falcons right now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
He gotta pay off that stadium.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And I get that and the only reason why that stadium was built was because of the World Cup. That was the reason that stadium was built. Other than that, they wouldn't have torn down the Georgia Dome. We'd still been in our old house. That new stadium was built because of the World Cup coming to Atlanta. That was why
And
they did it.
and hosted another Super Bowl, which they did.
Hmm.
Exactly. And
Hmm.
now they're gonna be hosting the national championship game in 2025.
Yep.
Hmm. Yep.
So when you look at it, it's like, all right, you have more events coming through here, and that's more money for the city. So that was gonna happen. But hey, that's just what that is. But
Not only
you're right.
that, they got hotels and stuff near the stadium that they built that's gonna bring in money for
Yeah,
the Atlanta economy.
Oh yeah.
exactly.
Agreed.
They
And
are
the
steadily
sad thing
building out
about
there.
it, we have this is the sad thing I'll say. You see people that are not from Atlanta, that's outside of the city, that's around
Yeah.
different parts of the state of Georgia. And
Hmm.
then you got folks like I can say, 'cause I live around Philly. There's a ton of Falcon fans up here, which is a surprise.
Hmm.
I tell you, just like this, you have more people that don't live in the city and that's not from the city that pull for the logo harder than people in the city.
Hmm.
It's sad.
It's true.
It's
It's
sad.
true.
And,
Yeah,
I
and,
travel
and
100 miles to go. I'm a season ticket holder. I travel 100 miles to see them play. I
yeah.
even go on some road game. I went to London recently,
whew,
when they played
Okay,
over there.
okay.
respect.
Yep.
And, and here's the thing, and this is going to tie into this next topic that we have. You got three problems that you can prioritize with the Falcons. I see you in the back, William.
Hmm.
William, if you at work, man, we ain't trying to get you fired, but if you're gonna be on the camera, dog, we need you to stay on here, bro.
Nah. I was listening to what y'all was saying though about what's gonna happen. Is obviously we don't. But be honest with you, man, I feel like we should let Austin Smith go because I'm not. It's not on even him, but I feel like the coaching style, like Dave Ragoon, Marker as Williams, we won't even speaking him a lot. The special team coach has been putting us in a bad situation, man. I just don't think they're not preparing his team enough to get the job done. And I feel like if I'm off the blink, you got to make some coaching styles that change me, man, for next season, man. And I expect us to get a pass rush because outside that Grady, Bud Dupree and Lorenzo Carter's free agencies. If y'all don't notice this, because Carter's not gonna get re-signed this all season, I don't believe.
Nope.
We need to go ahead and go young in the
Yeah,
trenches and get us
he
some pass rushes, man.
And the thing is, as much as we all loved him because he was a dog, he came here, he's produced, but he's not getting it done for us this year. He's not definitely not getting it done for us this year. So that is something that we're gonna have to. That is something that we're gonna have to just.
Doing the free agency in the draft. I feel like Lorenzo Carter he sometimes he get lost, he can't contain QBs, and he jump outside so quick, and I feel like we need to go get some dogs, man, this all season, get us some pass rushes and get us another corner, because we got to pay AJ Terrell and Jeff Okudah, but I feel like Jeff Okudah earned that, because AJ got to show me something that he want to be long term for this team, not just for the money. So
Yeah, I mean, I think three problems that prioritize fixing for the Falcons is number one is coaching, number one is consistency, and number three the lack of pass rush we got on the defense. I just
hmm,
think
hmm.
with coaching or whatever, man, we have to be able to be consistent. I mean, every game you can't just have one game where you look like a head coach, and the next game you look like you never coached a day in your life. So that's just my opinion. You just got to be able to be consistency and have that communication with your quarterback or whatnot and put them in good situations. I just think we just on the defensive side, man, we got to be able to contain and we got to be able to rush the packer, man. We can't just keep leaving our DBs out there on the island and think they're gonna be able to cover 4 and 5 seconds. That's pretty much impossible. Somebody's gonna be open.
Yep.
So if we can do those things right there, man, I think we'll be better off in the future.
Yes,
Well, I
sir.
got three things that I'm gonna put out here that I want y'all to comment on. Now, what's going on, Nando? Welcome to the cage, bro.
What it is,
how
homie?
you doing,
Appreciate your
Nando?
comments today, man. So appreciate you coming through. So the three problems I have right here, and y'all can chop this up. You got piss poor tackling, the turnover worthy plays that you're starting to make, getting ready. You kill momentum with turnovers. And then you have red zone play calling and execution. Those are my three issues that need to be fixed in order for us to complete and win ball games. How do you guys feel about that? Nando, you just stepped in the cage. I want Nando, and then I got K Dub, and then we'll let William jump on that. So what y'all got for me?
I mean, for the tackling, I mean, I think that's like a fundamental issue or whatever they got going on that flower branch. But I got another one to add to those three. I mean, how about that special teams? We're not getting great field position on nothing.
I just
That
said that.
special team is killing us.
Oh,
That
we got
Avery injury that's major. We ain't even bringing that
I
up.
just said that.
Yeah,
yeah,
Pam said it too. I still feel like
Auntie Pam actually said
I
that
already
as
mentioned
well.
Avery Williams.
Yeah, she
And
brought that
and
up.
they
Mark,
need to put
My
CP
bad,
in there.
Auntie. You got it, but I'm just hitting all the nails on the head. But back to the what you say the other two was beside the tackling, Ryan?
so besides the piss poor tackling, you talk about the turnovers that we get momentum and we shoot ourselves in the foot by turning the ball over. We can have
Mm-hmm.
a 40-yard bomb that I'm just using as an example that London can make a beautiful catch on, and next thing you know, we fumble the snap and give up the ball. Or we just
Yeah.
stop.
We can't
And
score in the
then
red zone.
yeah, and red zone play calling.
Mm-hmm.
I got a special guest we bringing into the house. Guess who's in the building tonight?
Who that
We
be?
call him we call him Negro Diamonds, aka Marcus Washington. I'm gonna let Nando get back on the topic, but we
What's up,
got the
Marcus?
OG in the building with us tonight, man. So Nando, go ahead and
On the
chop
road
in on these three
again.
topics, and then we're gonna let Marcus jump in this one too.
Okay. I would say we have no offensive identity for that those the red zone and the play calling. I mean that it's just it's all toxic, man. I mean I have no faith. I'm 42 years into watching this stuff, man. I mean it's really frustrating. That's really not. I apologize last time I came on the live. and I was on one, but I'm trying to be more professional about it. But hey, that just a little bit of the fandom come out of it. But you got to scale back on it and just be realistic, like y'all say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You got 40 years in look, you got over 35 years in the game of being a Falcon fan, just like Auntie Pam. So guess what? And K Dub. So all y'all are in the same situation where y'all are fed up.
Mm-hmm.
Fed up.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Fed
I'm
up with the
fed
same
up.
coach.
And
So you
I'm gonna tell y'all the deal breaker with me. The last Super Bowl, my ex-wife argued with me. I didn't watch but the first quarter.
mm,
I never watched that Super Bowl, and I left her ass that next day. Excuse my French, but I did. I dropped it off. It was dropout season. I was in Anniston, Alabama, and I dropped that thing off, and I hightailed it right on back on over here to back to the GA, baby. It dropout season for the BS, baby.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see another Super Bowl. That's the reason I was in my rant, and the way I am. That's why I say I'm in all these groups, and also my friend is kicking off another little group. But anyway, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just tired, man. I mean, it's frustrating. I mean, but at the same time, we just have to go with the game plan and go with the powers that be and how Arthur Blank is going to call this thing.
Fact.
Okay,
Now,
Arthur Smith.
with yeah, Arthur Blank, it's going to start at the top of the pyramid, Auntie. It's all
so
toxic.
and
He
It's
need
speaking of
to.
that,
all yeah.
we got somebody that normally knows how to douse out the fires. We got my guy Marcus Washington into the building. Y'all check out on the mark. You know what's up.
On
What's
the
happening,
mark.
Marcus?
Mm-hmm.
What it
What's
is,
going on,
Mark?
y'all?
What's going
What you
on?
What's
got
going
for us,
on?
bro? I see you on the road driving.
On the road
Yeah,
again. Let's
man.
get it.
Yeah, these folks out here driving like maniacs, man. But I'm trying to get back to the house so I can chill.
Mm-hmm.
But man, yeah, man. I've been listening for the last 20 plus minutes uh about the team and where we at right now. Hey, look, man. This is how I feel. The Saints game is like the Minnesota game. It's like the Arizona game. Atlanta has no business losing this game. They're starting Jameis. You have no Michael Thomas. You have no Lattimore. Like it's we're playing teams that are basically crippled. Minnesota, they don't have Kirk Cousins, who was literally having his best year as a quarterback. We get beat by the backup to the backup. Arizona, we got Kyler Murray coming back. They're 1-8. Should beat them. We lose to them. Now this is a rivalry game.
Mm.
You got, in my eyes, this is it. You got to have this. Either you're gonna win this game or the season's over. This is how imperative it is for this team to win this game.
Yep.
If you lose this game, you're not making the playoffs. And honestly, you don't deserve to make the playoffs with this cookie cutter schedule that you've been given. And the team, you're not even playing these teams at full strength. It'd be a different thing if you were playing these teams at full strength. You're playing these teams without their best weapons. Minnesota, no Justin Jefferson. Like my guy, like we have to stop making excuses. At some point, we have to drop this off where it needs to be. That's at the coach. And I feel, listen, fam. I'm not hating on Desmond Ridder. I think Desmond Ridder got dropped off as the starting quarterback in a bad year. Had this happened last year, we kind of ain't even talking about Desmond Ritter's year this year if it was last year. But the fact that you spent $100+ million on the defense, you go get Bijan Robinson, who's supposed to be this monster, right? You're not using him. It's to a point to where, again, you look at last week. We wait till the fourth quarter to throw our first pass of 10+ yards. Now, I was talking to OG on another podcast, and I said, man, I've never seen Taylor Heineke play like that. Taylor Heineke is a gunslinger. There isn't a pass that Taylor Heineke does not like. And the fact that Taylor Heineke wasn't throwing this ball down the field, I'm like, bro, come on now. Something's going on here. So, again, You got to have this game. This game is for the taking. Jameis, Jameis is good for one thing. Jameis gonna give you one.
He
He
gonna
gonna
give
give
you
you
two
one.
this game.
Or two.
Yeah.
He gonna give
So
you two. Marcus, he hurt. Marcus, he
hey,
hurt. He gonna
listen.
give you two.
Okay, so two. So we can already walk into this game knowing we're gonna get an extra possession. The problem is we don't know what Dez is gonna do because Dez has been dropping this thing on the lettuce one too many times. So hopefully, I hope Dez has learned from being on the bench that hey, you have legs. Your legs work. One of the reasons why Minnesota has been pretty stable without Kirk Cousins is this boy Dobbs knows when to run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
he's throwing some passes, but when he needs to run, he hauls ass. And I think Dez needs to start doing that when a play breaks down. Man, take off. Take off.
Yeah.
You know, take off and then get down. I feel like this game is for the taking. If you win this game, I heard Graybeard talk about, 6-1 should be enough to win, should be enough to put us in the playoffs. Well, yeah, because if you're 6-1, you've probably won all your games in the division. So by default, that's going to put you in the playoffs, right?
If you sweep
I'm
the
looking
division,
at
because Carolina is bad. You got to look at it like this. It's for the taking, like you said, Marcus. You said this last time you were on here. Carolina, 2 games. Think about it. We should sweep Carolina. We should sweep Tampa Bay. Those 2 teams are irrelevant. The division is between them stinking gumbo boys from New Orleans and us. That's all it is right now. And if we win this game, you pretty much got the division in your back pocket because you got a 3-game lead. A 3-game lead.
Ain't no way. They need to consider it's personal. They gotta win this game. Ain't no ifs and buts about it.
Here's the crazy part, y'all. Here's the crazy part. All those teams are bad. Like even with their starters, they're bad. If you look at our team, but ain't nobody really smoked us, and we haven't even tapped into our potential yet. I've seen New Orleans get smashed. I saw Carolina get smashed. I've seen Tampa get smashed. Godwin was playing, Evans was playing, Baker was playing. All their guys were playing, and they were getting slapped around. I'm watching us play down the teams that we have no business losing to. None. So that's why I call this team a great mediocre team. And people started saying, hey, you talking off the wall till the GOAT comes out on Stephen A. Smith's show talking about he sees a lot of mediocrity in today's game. Now everybody quiet about mediocre play. I've been saying this team is mediocre. And they have no business being mediocre because they got the pieces. They got the guys to be a good to great team. I'm looking at teams like Detroit, and I'm like, Atlanta should have beat Detroit. Atlanta should have beat Detroit.
I was at that game.
And this is what make it bad, Marcus. Here's the thing. I said we hired the wrong coach. I've been saying that from day one. I said, and you was like, well, you said this on the podcast because you was on when we first hired him. And you came on here. You was like, man, you said, man, you got to give him a chance, dog. I said, no. I said, bro, the few people that we missed out on. I said, Dan Campbell was one. That's in Detroit. See, if anybody can turn a team around, that man has done it. And then you also have floating around right now is a defensive coordinator. You got your guy that got fired from the Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores. That is the guy that you need to look at. He turned Miami around. This bookworm nerd that's coaching Miami right now is benefiting off of his players. Period. That man built Miami. Let's be honest. You gonna bring somebody into the fold. Bring somebody that's gonna bring some change that don't mind putting foots to asses. Excuse my French, but it's just what it is. Nobody buddy. And like I said, Terry Fontenot was set up from the start. Who hires a head coach before you hire the damn GM? Who does that? Who does that? That's as Atlanta as you can get. And I'm gonna say it just like this. I hate to say it like that, but that's as Falcons as you can get. I'm sorry. It's they were to a point where it's bad, bro. Like, if you don't win this game against New Orleans with them banged up and them not being on top of the game right now, You have no excuse. He got to go. Gotta go, gotta go. Rest in peace to
Yeah,
Robin Harris. But he gotta go, like Robin Harris used to say. I'm
I
serious.
agree.
Well,
I agree.
well,
If he
Ryan,
don't make the playoff, he gotta go.
Thank you.
I'll tell y'all this. I think him losing the last game was grounds for termination, but at the same time, you got to look at it. You're 4-6. You have an opportunity to still make the playoffs, and we don't really fire guys mid-season unless you're Dan Quinn and you're 0-5. They really didn't want to let Dan Quinn go, but it was just to a point to where it's like, bro, we're 0-5. You got to get up out of here.
How do you
I,
lose
I,
on an onside kick? That's what got Dan Quinn
yeah.
fired. How do you lose on an onside kick? You don't do it.
Hey, then another thing we have to take into consideration is he's our head coach / offensive coordinator. If you fire him, chances are in cases like this, your offensive coordinator gets fired too. Now, you can't change up the verbiage. You can't really change up the offense super deep. You can't change the verbiage and all this other stuff. So I'm like, he deserved to get fired with that last game, but if he does not make the playoffs, I'm almost 100% certain he's gone. And Terry Fontenot has probably been sitting there over the course of this year planning on who he's going to hire as a head coach anyway. So that's why I absolved Terry Fontenot from all this, because one, you hired him before you hired Terry Fontenot. Mistake number one. Mistake number two, Terry Fontenot actually balanced these books. So we got money for next season too.
Yeah, he did.
When you look at these picks that we got, the Kyle Pitts isn't going to break the bank when it's time to extend him. You got Drake London for another 2 or 3 years before you even have to talk about paying him. We just got Bijan. So, I think Terry's done a great, and on top of that, Terry gave you everything you wanted in the draft, Arthur Smith. All those picks were yours. And he gave you a defense. So Terry's exempt from any hostility from the fan base this year.
Amen.
It's pointed directly at Arthur Smith. You're on the 1 yard line. You want to go on a reverse because you were trying to get to the outside, and you run Jonnu Smith. My thing is this. We know you overthinking because you could have ran that reverse with Bijan. You could have ran that reverse with Kyle Pitts. You could have ran that reverse with anybody else that was faster than Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
But you were trying to be
Heineken could have ran it in for that matter.
But you was trying to be sexy at the 1 yard line. You was trying to be sexy.
Here's the thing: your quarterback could have just leaned over and took it because Ritter's big. I'm sorry, Taylor Heineke was big enough to lean over. He's not a small dude. Or if you don't trust the quarterback because you don't want him to get hurt, Tyler Algier should have been the one that should have took it at the 1. He falls close when you hit him. But again, I'm gonna say this here because I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and call you. I don't know if I'm debating on leaning instead of calling you Negro Diamonds. I don't know if I want to call you Bunchy Carter, or I don't know if I want to call you Stokely Carmichael, bro. I'm just gonna if y'all don't know if y'all don't know who Stokely Carmichael is, do your research. I'm a historian for a reason, so I'm bringing some names out for you. See, we got the militant panel up here tonight. We got the militant panel. Auntie Pam is in the role of Angela Davis tonight. Yes, Lord. We got my guy Nando. We talking about early. We talking about militant Jesse Jackson. We ain't talking about this dude now. We got militant Jesse Jackson on this panel right now. My brother Nando. And my two guys up here in the corner, we got Huey Newton in the middle, my guy K-Dub. And then on the side, we got Mr. Eldridge Cleaver in the cut. So let's get it. Tonight when it comes to these Falcons, baby. I'm on it tonight, dog. Look, it's Thanksgiving. I ain't had no taquito or no fight eggnog. I'm just on one tonight. And I'm feeling it because it's hate week, dog. It is true hate week. Hey, we got Coach Brant. We got Coach Brant in the chat, man. So we got our guy in the cut or whatever. Coach Brant. Let's see, who would Coach Brant be? I think he'd be he's one of our freedom riders right now. We gonna call Coach Brant Jimmy Carter because Hey, he part. Hey,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
part Georgia. He from Tennessee, but he part Georgia. Coach Brand is
He
Jimmy
part
Carter. He
Georgia.
definitely working
He's
some
Jimmy
numbers for
Carter.
us, man. So shout out to our guy.
Yeah,
But I'm
Jimmy
sorry, man.
Carter.
I went on my historical
Oh
rant, man. See,
man.
this is what happened when I put on this doggone hoodie, man. I'm sorry, y'all got to forgive me for that. But got to break a little laugh for y'all. But let's talk about another person that's been very militant in his approach and very strong and bull-necked at the point of attack. Matthew Bergeron, the rookie.
Oh yeah.
This boy from
Yeah,
coming
man.
in after Hennessy bottle got broken. Matt Hennessey, aka Hennessy bottle, got broken in half and leaked everywhere. This boy, Matthew Bergeron, has come in and has started 10 games and hadn't looked back. He's made some rookie mistakes, but for the most part, you get a guy that's his size, that moves, that's violent at the point of attack, good feet, and literally solid in the pass block. I have no complaints with this dude being a top draft at all.
Yeah, man.
Nope.
I just feel like we got a steal in him. I feel like you'll see. You have not seen the best of him yet. I feel like in about year
Oh, it's
3,
more
you'll
to
probably see
come.
all pro. I feel like
More to
you'll see
come.
all pro in by year 3. That's just my feeling on Bergeron. But he looks very good so far, so good.
Probably one of the best picks we got in the draft this year behind Bijan, man. He been consistent. He been consistent since he been installed in the offensive line. Hands down, not even close.
If he went to start Helms over Richard Grant, you'll have another one.
That's what I'm saying.
But he
Hitman.
Richard Grant got the go dog. He draws out there. He cheap.
Oh,
He
put
got the go.
Abernathy in there too. You got
Booty
Abernathy
draws.
also in there too.
Booty draws too.
Hey man, wait a minute. You can't disrespect draws like that. Draws hold stuff up. He ain't
Yeah.
holding nothing up.
Nah,
He free balling,
nah.
bro. He missed the command. Hold on. He missed the commando. He letting everything hang and fall off to the side. Draws at least hold stuff up, bro.
Oh
Oh, okay.
man.
Let me say it better. He the baseball jock strap then.
He can't even hold that right.
He ain't holding nothing up with that baseball jock strap on.
Shoot, the only thing,
He got the
the
go
only
dog.
thing he holding up is air, and I think the air done beat him on about 50 routes this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Man,
bad.
Getting back to it,
he got to put the Bama
Coach
brand.
Brand brought something
Yeah,
up.
man.
Now here's my thing. Now all the fumbles hadn't just been on Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heineke. We've been saying that we need a new center for the past 2.5 years.
Garmin ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
We've been
Garmin
saying
ain't
it.
it.
I agree.
And,
I
and
agree
here's
with
the
you
guy.
on that.
And here's my thing. The two best centers right now, yeah, they SECs, and I'm gonna be a homer on it. You got Cooper Mays out of Tennessee, and then you got Cedric
Mm-hmm.
Von Prime Granger.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, I don't give a darn. Everybody's like, oh, well, you go for the here's the thing. No. When you get your centers and you get your offensive linemen and you get your stud nose tackles, you get them in the first round. That's who you build on. I'm gonna tell you right now, those are two guys you go get, and you get anything out of the University of Iowa. You've never been disappointed with any of them offensive linemen out of Iowa. Period.
They call linemen. They call linemen you for a reason.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, another place you can go get him. A lot of people aren't huge college fans, so they don't follow the game like that. Another school that produces a lot of great offensive linemen is Idaho. Say what you want, but them potato rolling jokers out there, hey, throwing them sacks of potatoes get them boys big.
Yeah, man.
It's the
We
truth.
do.
They don't have nothing to do but tip buffaloes and toss potatoes. That's it.
But
So
we need
I'm with
to
it, man. We need
truthfully
people
improve the
on this
offensive line.
offensive line that's going to be able to help generate pass blocking to keep these quarterbacks upright because we see that Ritter can throw the ball when he's got time. I give him that. But let's be real. Caleb McGarity can't push a biscuit off of a plate, even if you gave him a 90-degree angle. I'm just saying, dog. It's atrocious. You
How much
that
we
big,
paying him again?
soft. I'm just saying, soft.
Yeah,
It's
man.
bad.
The only
The
time he
offensive
ever
line
played
actually.
better is when his contract year. That's it.
All you got to do is tickle him in his belly. He gonna let you run by and hit the quarterback.
Yeah, Pillsbury Doughborough? Come on, man.
Please.
We need to go get a competent center. A competent center starts there. So if we find that center, it starts from there.
That's what I'm
Now, if
thinking.
we can get a veteran, as Killian always talks about, as K Doug talks about, if we can get a proven veteran as well, if This is my thing. Explore the options of who's going to be free agents at the end of the season. Look and see. Look who see who's going to be open, and you look at who fits the scheme that you run. If you don't see anything you like, you go get one of them young bucks and you just take that chance. Period. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dome
Now,
ain't it.
speaking of young bucks, now we talked about Bijan Robinson. We already know the spectacular stuff he's doing. We're not gonna bash him the whole show, but this is a game where we need CP and Tyler Algier. But I'm gonna give him his flowers. Bijan Robinson, and I'm gonna let you guys comment on this, is trending towards Falcons history, and he could finish this year with possibly 1,040 yards rushing and possibly 1,394 yards just from scrimmage. That's including his passing yardage too. Right now, he has 125 attempts for 612 yards. He's averaging 4.9 yards a carry. He's got two rushing touchdowns. He's got 29 receptions, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's sitting currently at, from the line of scrimmage, 820 yards total. So he's at a chance where he can actually make a little Falcons history and change a few things. Do you think he's going to break Tyler Algier's record that he broke from William Andrews? I know Brandon ain't going to want to hear that.
What I do like about it, it would be great for him to break it, but also on the backside of it, I don't want us to force feed him the ball. I want us to use the weapons that we have at our disposal.
Exactly.
I'm not really caring about personal accolades right now. I'm caring about team success. So I need those guys to be ready to work together as a team to move the needle forward to get this team into the playoffs. But if that includes him getting his numbers and we get that also, then that's fine. But me per se, I'd rather get to the playoffs, win those 6 out of 7 games that we were talking about earlier in the podcast, and getting into the playoffs. That's my main mission, and that's all I care about at this time.
I agree, man. I mean, the record will be great and all, but I'm trying to get to the playoffs, man. I'm tired of the consistent losing season that we've been having. And the one factor in that, if he wants to break the record, there's one caveat. His name is Arthur Smith. So if he wants to break that record, I don't know how he's going to do it with the inconsistency we've been having on offense, especially with the play calling. So if he break it, it ain't because of Arthur Smith. I'll tell you that much.
What you got for me, Nando? I know Marcus down there in Stokely Carmichael gonna come with some stuff, so I gotta let my other freedom fighters on here speak tonight. I'm starting early, dog. I'm starting early.
Hey, look, he got his hand on his chin right there.
Yes, sir.
I don't think he's gonna break it, man. He ain't gonna break it. Too inconsistent play calling. We don't have an identity. We're not RPO centric like we was last season. Let's keep it real. This is not the same offense that it was last year. I don't know why we don't put Ritter in RPO situation. Maybe we might see this Sunday. I'm hoping so. The only thing gonna save us.
Man, and so Auntie Pam. So here's the thing. Robin is trending towards history, but most people are stuck. I'm gonna say this here. It's the Michael Vick effect. You're looking at all the pretty things he's doing on the field, but yet and still you're not getting the pretty wins to go along with what he's doing on the field. What do you think this fan base needs to take away from this dude instead of him trying to make history?
Oh boy. I think basically they just got to utilize the I think if they utilize CP and Algier in the game at the same time with Bijan, it could be possible to give the defense worry on which player gonna break that run. So but the offense line just got to I don't know what's the difference between last year on the run block and this year. If y'all can answer that for me, then hopefully they'll get that back on track.
I can tell you the difference for you. You want to know, and I'm gonna let you get back onto your topic. I'm gonna make it real simple for you because Coach Brent and we talked about this, and That was probably like around week 3. We said the problem with the Falcons when it comes to this, they're instead of them just going north and south, they're pretty much putting these running backs in position to run east and west. And you have to understand, Atlanta is a downhill type of football team. You are not built to run east and west. That is a West Coast type of offense. Your offense is not built that way. Your offense is built to go one direction, forward or backward, but we prefer forward. So if you look at it, Bijan is a guy that runs to what he sees. That's the type of style he has. Everyone's always a jitterbug. No, it's not about being a jitterbug. Whatever he sees, if he sees a crack of daylight, he runs to it. That's what makes him different than all these other guys. Algier is going to find a hole and just make a hole. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Bijan's never been that type of back. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Auntie. I just wanted to make sure I broke that down.
No, you're good. I like I said, I'm trying to see what happened. You know, why they're not not successful at their run, because last year they were very successful, and this year they're not getting anything done. You know, it's not. I mean, to me, it's not more successful than it was last year.
You gotta have consistency in the play calling though. Play calling consistency was a lot better last year. We just didn't have the adequate quarterback play to go with it.
Yeah.
But this year he's because he has more weapons. He's getting cute, or
he got to stop being cute and just
and
go
he's
ahead.
overthinking so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
The problem is this. Right now, Arthur Smith is trying to. It's pretty much like what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. I'm cooking some duck. I'm brining some ducks right now. I got 2 ducks brining. He's literally trying to brine that running game right now. He's letting it just sit and soak up all that stuff. But here's the thing. It was no need for you to sit there and try to soak anything up, because let's keep this a buck. This offense was averaging 5 yards a carry last year. 5 yards a carry. The average went down at the end of the season because guys were hurt and we weren't able to be as explosive as we once were earlier during that season. So the average dropped in between 3 to 4 yards a carry. Now, the problem is this. Arthur Smith keeps changing up the recipe. That's the problem. When you got something that works, stop changing up the recipe. Let it go. Let it go. Like the song says, let it go. I'm not gonna say that.
Please don't.
I was watching Frozen, man, so you know. I'm sorry, I was babysitting watching Frozen. So we got Stokely Carmichael. We getting ready to let jump on this topic. Mr. Marcus, what you got, boy? Let's go.
Hey man, listen, I'm an offensive-minded guy. I look at this team and this offense. Honestly, it ain't hard to fix this. I think the issue with last year and this year, when you look at what happened last year and how Algier became the guy, you know, I've said this ad nauseum, that was almost like an honest, lucky situation because we had 2 running backs in front of Algier. Williams gets hurt, and then Tyler gets advanced to running back 2. We get Huntley off the practice squad, and then CP gets hurt, and then TA becomes the guy, and then we see what we have with him. And it was really a lot of just run heavy stuff. Last year we had an identity. We were going to run the ball, we were going to run clock, and we were going to see if we can win games. This year, again, I think it's a situation where we have a head coach who has a Shanahan type of mind frame, but don't have the credentials to go behind it. Listen, this is how I would fix this offense, literally overnight. Bijan, I know you're my number 1 guy because I drafted you, but I'm starting the game out with CP and TA. This is the reason. I need to soften up that line. And we know we got 2 guys that run downhill hard. There was a run that CP had the other game where, I mean, he hit that whole – dude didn't even try to make a cut. He went and ran straight into that defender. I want to break that line down. The minute I get that line broke down, Bijan, you win. Because you're already quick. You can make the cuts. By this time, they're worn out from the beating that they've been given by CP and TA. So then another thing I'd want to see, I want to see two backs behind there with Ritter and shotgun. That way I can run an RPO situation if I had to. That's going to minimize the fumbles that Desmond Ritter has been given, but also it gives him more time to look at what the defense is showing him, if they're blitzing, where it's coming from, if he can get one of those guys to kind of show that he's coming towards him, hey, pull the ball back, take off and run. This isn't rocket science, fam. It's we have a guy, we have an offensive coordinator. When we get in the red zone, it just seems like all of a sudden he malfunctions. He just malfunctions, and it's like I'm looking for every sexy play I got in the playbook. I don't care if we're at the one, and common sense tells you we're gonna run the ball 4 straight times. like that would even the analytics will tell you run the ball 4 straight times. If you do not get that 1 yard, if you don't get that 1 yard on 4th down, it puts the other team at a disadvantage because they're starting at the 1 yard line. So it's like he's overthinking. He's overthinking something that he shouldn't be overthinking. Like, it's like, bruh, I get it. You have people that are gonna defend what I call mediocrity. It's been going on for years. You got guys that'll say, hey, listen, this is a process. Da 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 d d d d d. It takes time. Here's my pushback to that. Our last 2 coaches, first year playoffs. Dan Quinn, 2nd year Super Bowl. That's 2 coaches in the last 15 years, right? And you can argue they did this with less talent. You're in 3 years, and this is why I don't give Arthur Smith no pass, and I'm going to pass the mic. This was a 3-year build. They told us it was a 3-year build. I said this in my last video. Nobody gave them a time limit. They said this was a 3-year build. You're in year 3, bro. So now fans are actually calling you on what you said. Okay, you're in year 3 of a 3-year build. Same record that you had last year with less weapons on offense and defense. We didn't have Jesse Bates last year.
Nope.
You look at we didn't have a lot of these players. We didn't have Calais Campbell last year. So it's like now fans are like, yeah, bro, you said 3 years. And on top of that, you've lost the teams you have no business losing to. If you would have lost to San Francisco, the Eagles, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and nobody's really, people are like, okay, these are good teams. Bro, you are losing the teams you have no business losing to, and you're better than. So again, with Bijan, I would be honestly, for the remainder of the season, TA and Cordell, they're going to set the tone because we need to let these teams know we're going to push you around. It ain't going to be y'all aren't pushing us around. We're going to push you around. The minute they get tired, okay, Bijan, go in here and smoke the socks off these fools. Now you can make your highlight plays. Will he get to 1,000 yards? At this point, honestly, I don't even care. All I care about is us making the playoffs. That's it. So if we make the playoffs with Bijan having like 800 yards, I don't care about those accolades. We in the playoffs.
We're in the playoffs.
So I'll leave it at that, fam. I'm gonna land my plane there.
Freedom got a shotgun. Freedom got a shotgun.
We's gonna get to the playoffs, son. We's gonna get to the playoffs.
That's
Hey,
it.
I'm gonna tell you, when we get to the playoffs, we're gonna be singing. We shall overcome.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, we gonna be getting our freedom one day when we get that trophy, boy. I'm telling you.
We came so close to that freedom.
I believe folks gonna burn down the city of Atlanta like General Sherman did back in the day. That's what I really believe is gonna happen if Atlanta win that Super Bowl. Philly ain't gonna have nothing on the ATL. You hear me?
There will be some damage.
Their downtown area back when they won their Super Bowl, but
There will be some damage.
it was for good reason, not destroying the community, but hey, they was just that excited. But I honestly see that happening in Atlanta. I'm just being honest with you.
Oh yeah, there will be damage.
with
Mm-hmm.
all due respect, Auntie Pam, I ain't gonna say nothing disrespectful, but just know the
Mm-hmm.
clubs that have the ladies that enjoy modeling shoes and standing on tables will be full to capacity, and the fire marshal will not be able to shut anything down. Y'all hear me? Every
Nobody going to
club,
work tomorrow.
bro. I'm just being honest with you. Every club will definitely be packed to capacity. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna see hot wings thrown in the air, lemon pepper wings, buffalo wings, lemon
Mm-hmm.
pepper shrimp. I'm serious. You're gonna see everything thrown in the air with money. It's just gonna
Mm-hmm.
be that crazy when Atlanta ever win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hey, Ryan. Let me say this. I think that's a lot sooner than people expect.
It is.
And one of the reasons we have a foundation set now. In the
Mm-hmm.
offseason, we got money to go get guys. You look at what teams are doing now with Philly. Philly has their championship window right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're
you know
going
why?
and adding and signing people because they know their window is short. You look at what's going on in Cleveland right now. I
That window
told
short.
y'all. I told y'all their window was literally two years into Deshaun Watson's contract.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it's gonna start killing them in the cap. They can't get off his contract until 2027, honestly.
Ooh-wee.
So when you look at championship windows, Phillies is probably gonna close if they don't win it this year. They got one more year, and then they're gonna start going through the same things, right? You look at what Kansas City had to do. They gave Patrick Mahomes that huge contract, and then almost like a year later had to go and restructure the damn contract, right?
Yep.
So you look at where we at right now. We got money, and we
Mm-hmm.
got pieces that we really don't have to worry about extending for a couple of years. Now in the
And
offseason, you can go get a pass rusher. You can go get a center. You can pay for these guys now. So
but
I
here's the
think it's a
thing.
lot closer than we think.
Marcus. But here's the thing, because Coach Brant and myself, we said this on draft night. Now, yeah, we dog fan. I mean, Coach Brant's not even a dog fan; he's a Tennessee fan. And Coach Brant said this: "You passed up on a generational pass rush with Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Carter eating up here in Philly. That man has a 90. He's in the 90s with his pass rush average. He's grading out 90 every week. Now, it
30.
helps out that he has a good defense, but let's just be honest. That's a guy that is very dangerous and very unstoppable when it comes to offensive linemen. He a rookie dominating offensive lineman that's been in this league for 7, 8 years, and they got time on him. You talking about Pro Bowlers. And it's scary to think about it, but I understood why they did that because we already know it would be a circus in Atlanta right now every week in that locker room because of what happened to him when he was in Athens when he got caught with that speeding situation.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
though he had nothing to do with those individuals losing their lives, rest in peace to Big Devin Willock, Chandler LaCroix. But all I'm saying is this: imagine having that and Grady Jarrett just went down. You got that, Grady Jarrett, and David Onyemata. Those three with Calais Campbell being the veteran anchoring that defensive line. That right there would have been a problem. Like he was literally in our lap. But I understand why they passed on him. Here's my thing. Arthur Blank, and I'm gonna say this here. I know you don't care because you're a rich man counting your money like Uncle Scrooge right about now. Because the holidays are coming. It's all good. But hear this out from a lifelong not Atlanta fan, not Atlanta, Georgia. You talking to an Atlanta Falcon fan, Atlanta, Georgia. Let's get this straight. Georgia with the J.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you just like this, Arthur. You got to get over whatever you were hurt with when it comes to Michael Vick. You're now looking like a scorned lover at this point. You need to start bringing in individuals that we don't care if they're going to be beautiful faces for the franchises. We don't care if they're going to be political figures. You need to start bringing in guys that might have a little edge to them. I'm sorry. You win football games with guys that's got a little bit of a rough patch. You don't win football games with church boys. I'm sorry. Reggie White was a different animal. He was one of the few church boys that struck the fear of God in somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And the closest thing you had to Reggie White was a Jalen Carter. Let's just be honest with you on that. Not many people can stop him, period. And you passed on him because you were afraid of what was going to happen. Here's the thing. You got to start bringing in guys, some local guys, and I ain't talking about bottom of the barrel type guys. You got to start bringing in some of these local kids from the SEC. University of Florida and LSU are not the only two schools, and Alabama is not. Those are not the only schools in the SEC that play football. You got to start looking in your own backyard because that Philadelphia Eagles defense that you see is all of UGA's defense. They're 9-1 right now, 9-1, and we're struggling just to even be 500 right now. Marinate on that like I got these ducks marinating in this brown. I'm through with this. It's time for you to go ahead and either make your move, pull up on your drum, and be a man, or go ahead and sell this team to a Peyton Manning who's trying to get a team. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that's happening. Bring Peyton Manning to Atlanta with the offense that we got, and you set him up with a defense. Okay, we'll get a franchise quarterback. That's all I got on my soapbox today, man.
Hey, Ryan. I always say, man, I like my defensive players with a couple priors to them. Like I like my guys mean on defense. Like I'll take a 15-yard penalty if it sets the tone. If it ain't a boneheaded 15-yard penalty, yeah, go get that. Now I'm gonna act like when you come to the sideline, I'm gonna look like I'm yelling at you. But if you read my lips, I'm gonna be like, that was a damn good hit. I like my defense with a couple of felonies too. I like that.
Yeah.
You look at now that's not to say our defense isn't good because they are. But if I'm watching Baltimore's defense, even Kansas City's defense. These boys are dirty, man. I mean, they go get it. And
why
right
Baltimore
now, the only
is good?
Boy, them boys, hey, you talk about them boys being dirty. I say this here, man. I'm old. I'm flipping old school tonight. Them boys is as dirty as Bobby Woback was when he was messing with Sam Cooke's wife after the field. Let's keep it real. And I'm talking.
Then he made a song about it.
That's how dirty I need my defense to be. I'm sorry. Because it's been too many nights we sitting back thinking we lonely right now, like Mr. Womack said, hoping for a Super Bowl trophy. I'm tired of hoping and being lonely at night and lonely out of these championship conversations. It's time to change that.
Yeah,
I need somebody that's going to come in here, as he used to say, I wish it didn't trust me so much. I'm on my own school trip tonight, dog. Hey. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Look up. Hey. He was dirty.
That's a bold. Bro, that's a bold video too. That's a bold video right there. I'm like, man, Bobby was on that type of time, bro.
Yeah.
Bobby was on that type of time, man.
We need savages like that on the defense. That's what we need.
We need some straight savages. We need some knuckleheads on that defense. We need some guys that gonna get their spitters of faces and get some calls and get some penalties, but that'll basically like stand up for guys. Don't have our quarterback get pushed around. Don't let nobody get pushed around. Just stand up for themselves and represent the A in the right way, man.
Yes, sir. It's time for the church boys. It's time for the church boys to go back to the altar. Let's go ahead and let y'all collect the collection plate over there for Ebenezer Baptist Church. Y'all go ahead and get that holy water and y'all drink that. But let's start bringing in these old Bobby Womacks and these Sam Cooks and these jokers that don't mind. You might have that one safety that got that one gold tooth in his mouth or whatever, and he eat fried fish and chitlins for Thanksgiving. Bring them in, please. But I got the clown a little bit, y'all, man. You know, it's been so much we've been depressed about. We got the clown. But I want to thank you guys for coming in here, man. It's always a blessing to be able to not only talk to loyal Falcon fans, but people that understand the game, man. And they really take time to invest into that. So I'm very thankful. And I'm saying this because, you know, we all got something we thankful about. I'm thankful for having a strong fan base with people that follow this show that aren't fair weather fans. Thank you for showing up for us. Please continue to do that because we're thankful for y'all. Anything y'all thankful for, please let us know what y'all got around the panel, y'all.
I'm just thankful for everything, man. Everybody that comes in, that tunes in each week. I'm thankful for my family. Thankful for everybody that's grateful and impactful in my life, man. I'm thankful for everybody. Mental health in a good space. Like I say, I wish our Falcons the best. I wish everybody the best for these holidays. If you out there listening, hey, look, you having a rough one? Hey, man, somebody at the Birdcage thinking about you. That's what's up.
Glenn,
Man, I'm just thankful God wake me up every morning, man. I ain't gonna lie. I get to come on the show with y'all, man, to kick and talk football, man, talk a little junk. You know what I'm saying? It just go fortunate and blessed, man. So hey, man, don't ever take everything for granted, man. You got your loved ones, man. Love them, man, because you never know, man, when God gonna call them home.
Yes.
amen. All right,
Exactly.
keep saying what you got. We sliding everything
Same
down to everybody.
same thing to thank God for waking me up. Thank God for seeing another day and this to be blessed to be here. That's it.
Hmm. What you got, Nando?
Yeah, I just want to be thankful for all the panels and social media for the fans that they can be able to let their voices, their platform be heard. You know, and also just to be thankful for your circle and just remain grateful in
Yeah.
these dreadful times. You know, it's a lot going on. You know, sometimes you have to smile to keep from crying, but at the same time, you always have to call on your man, and he'll be there to be
Amen.
the guy that's gonna be there to answer every call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
What you got,
Yeah.
Marcus? I
Amen.
know
Sure.
we got Stokely Carmichael over there, but he about to turn into hold on. He about to turn into Al Sharpton right about now. So hold on.
Who?
Let
Who?
me flip this around.
Hey, hey, nah, man. Hey, I'm thankful for whatever Terrence Mathis be talking about, bro. Like
Love him.
whatever
Yes.
Terrence Mathis be talking.
Yes.
Hey, y'all
Yes.
know. Like
Yes.
I rock with Terrence Mathis heavily. It starts off as football, and then by the end of it, you get on your knees and you feel like you got to repent. Like he had me
Exactly.
like that the other day, bro. I'm like, man, I probably need to get down right now and just talk to God because Terrence
Love
got
him.
me in my feelings about this. So whatever Terrence is thankful for, hey, insert me with that.
Yes.
I'll just leave it at that right there.
I like
Well,
that. I
I
like
love
that.
him. Love Terrence.
I'm thankful
Yeah.
for outside of the fans and whatnot. I'm thankful for my family that I live with, that's right here in the house with me. And then outside of my family that's in the house with me, my family back home, Georgia, Florida, we had some losses this year, but we all sticking together. I'm thankful for my Birdcage family, man. Without you guys, this thing wouldn't be possible. And it's definitely very assuring that you got Falcon fans, not just Falcon fans, but just friends. And you talk about folks that really look out for each other. So I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we might battle amongst each other, but at the end of the day, man, you see how this fist is right here. All them fingers come together when you talk about these birds, man, and that's what brought us together.
Yep.
And I'm grateful that we all came together. And this man that's beneath me, Mr. Marcus. I stepped on this platform a long time ago, and I got pissed off about a situation that happened where I was cooking and I got pulled off of the screen. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I look at that situation of being pulled off of a screen as a blessing. I don't look at it as a negative situation. I look at that as a blessing because that gave me the motivation to start the Birdcage and bring along great Falcon fans that want to be here and that want to express their feelings. And you know what? All of us have different roles that we play, and that's what makes up this Birdcage. And I'm so thankful for
Yes,
everybody
sir.
that's behind
Yep.
the cameras that don't that come in. Turbo, Sean, Coach Cam, Scoop that's always dropping the knowledge in there, even though we argue all the time about Kyle Pitts. You got, my guys that's on the camera, you know what I'm saying? And it's just and Coach Brand and our guy Melton, he's going through some things right now, but we're thankful for him and we're praying for you, bro. We
Mm-hmm.
got
All
love for
day.
you. We know
Yes.
what's up and we got you. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get too heavy on the pulpit because I'm a bit of a jackleg preacher myself.
Hmm?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a bit of a jackleg preacher myself, but I'm working on it. He's still working on it.
Yeah.
I'm that crooked deacon, as they would say. But
Not the crooked deacon.
yes, sir. Hey, think about it. Peter was one of Jesus's strongest disciples because of his conviction and how he spoke on things. He was passionate about it. But at the end of the day, he slice your throat if you came sideways. Let's keep it real. He chopped off a man's ear in the Garden of Gethsemane. Yeah, I read my Bible too, ladies and gentlemen. I told you I'm a historian, baby. But
Yes.
we ain't gonna get too heavy into the pulpit, but we got those prayers. Y'all fried those turkeys. Y'all be careful with frying those turkeys. Do not burn down your house, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
Everybody on the panel, I hope y'all have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
allowing me to come on your show.
You need to come on
Oh,
Sundays,
no.
man. You playing.
Mm,
You broke
Come
that
back
you broke the
anytime.
day down like a
You
fresh.
come back
anytime,
Fine, too.
anytime.
Did great. You did great. Come back on
Yeah.
anytime. Need female
Okay.
perspectives on the game and analysis on the game.
Most
Yes.
Yes.
definitely.
Auntie was cooking and she ain't even had a sweet potato pies in the oven. That's what I'm
There you
talking
go.
about.
Okay,
Get it,
I
Auntie.
There
gotta cook that today. Cook that
Cook,
tonight, actually.
I'm
Don't
getting
worry, I'm
that
gonna get ready
tomorrow.
to do it. As soon as I get off here, I got peach cobbler coming. My Aunt Rhonda gonna be mad at me
Ooh.
because she know I'm making it from scratch. So she's gonna be hot with me. But it's all good though. I want to thank y'all for coming on again, man. This has been fun.
Yeah.
We definitely look forward to having the party line on Sunday. That's what I look
Better.
forward to.
We better have a party line.
I'm
We
telling
don't
you
need a
right now, I'm
benediction.
gonna have two. I'm gonna have two cupfuls. We win that game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Two cupfuls of water. Hey
You coming
man,
that
That's
y'all
gonna
be
be an
blessed.
enjoyable ride home if we win.
Oh
got
yeah.
to.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut off on this one here. We love y'all. Y'all check us out Thursdays at 8. This was just a special episode because we're all gonna be cooking, eating, burping, and falling asleep watching them stinking Cowboys take a loss tomorrow. They show them rats on TV. But getting ready for us. But we're definitely gonna enjoy it. Same time next week. We're gonna be going back to our original time, Thursday at 8 p.m. This was just this week that we did it on Wednesday. And we're going to also have some interviews coming up. We got some things in the works that y'all might like. I'll just leave it like that. So be blessed. Y'all enjoy y'all holidays. And thank y'all again for coming and joining us in the Birdcage. We out.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.